What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to show you guys my first 5 websites that I ever built. This channel is really meant to just inspire new developers, anybody who's learning how to code right now, or anybody thinking about learning how to code. Just here to be a support channel, hopefully like motivation for you guys, because I want to show you my first 5 front-end projects that I worked on. This will range anywhere from like 2016 to 2017. So the first website that I built is right here. This is using CodePen, strictly HTML, CSS, and I mean, you can just literally see how simple this is, man. This is like a one-page, totally static website. It's definitely from Free Code Camp. I remember this. So they have a challenge in Free Code Camp once you go through like the front end stuff. So you're learning some HTML5 and a little bit of CSS, and they challenge you to make just a static one-page site that just is a feature page of anybody you want, basically. And then they show you how to make a button, and they want you to link the button to an external website. So this button actually links to the Wikipedia page of Chico Xavier, the guy that I did my tribute page about. I actually even showed the code here. So as you can see, this is from over a year ago. I remember this is in, I think, 2016. And I mean, the code is really simple, man. This is all for the HTML. I mean, there's literally like 10 lines of HTML, and there's like 35 lines of CSS. So this is pretty much where I started out on my like self-taught journey with front-end development. Is where I started, because honestly I was way intimidated by back-end development, and I didn't feel confident in teaching myself that. I tried, but I didn't feel like I was getting anywhere. So I focused on the front end, and I was gonna just slowly work my way to the back end. That was the initial plan. When I got more familiar with code and different front-end stuff and technologies, frameworks, I figured that the back-end would be easier if I actually knew front-end stuff. So moving on from there, this is my second awful website, also on CodePen. I think this also was from Free Code Camp as far as like where the actual idea for the site came from, but I think the idea was just to make a website about yourself. And this is really bad, man. So I have these links up here in the nav bar that jump to different parts of the page, and then I've got 2 links that I believe should link, yeah. So they link to different sites in a new tab. So yep, this just links to my other YouTube channel, and yeah, this links to my actual startup. But yeah, this is crazy to kind of look back and see this. Let's see, Twitter. I don't even remember having a Twitter very much. So let's see. So I linked it to my startup's Twitter. Yeah. So I mean, this is just really basic, man. Like, if this shouldn't intimidate anyone who's considering like getting into web development, just because of how just bad it is. Like, I remember trying to work with this image right here in the background and trying to get that formatted. I remember it being like super huge, and I had to figure out how to get it to actually just fit in a certain area so it wouldn't take up the entire website. And I mean, yeah, the styling is just really bad. So if we look at the code here, this is not going to be too much crazier than what we just saw. So yeah, a little bit more HTML if you look over here. I mean, but again, CodePen is awesome too, because it gives you like this text editor where you can do your HTML here, CSS here, JavaScript over here if you want to do that, and then you can also like add and change languages. So it's cool to give you a lot of, you know, good practice, and then to also, you know, display the results right here in real time on your actual website. Yeah, this is rough. It's really inspiring to look back at this, because this is really bad. Now things are gonna get a little better. It's another site that I made. You can see it's a lot more well put together. Definitely, you know, we're using some like, I think these are like font awesome icons now. So we actually have like social media icons and like icons for email and things like that. So just making it look a little bit more modern. This is using Font Awesome for sure. Oh, let's see. Quick shameless plug. We'll go to Font Awesome. just to show you guys like what some of this stuff is if you haven't heard of Font Awesome. But yeah, so Font Awesome, you're basically just able to use all these cool little different images for your website, and you know, it just makes it really easy to add better design to your site. So yeah, this was Skills Crush. This is actually a Skills Crush front end project, and you got to customize it obviously, but I know this will actually send an email, so this will actually link to my email and allow you to send an email to someone, so that was cool. And yeah, so this was starting to get a little bit more involved, obviously, like spending more time actually on CSS and learning how to make things cleaner and how to use better images and how to, you know, organize things better on the page. This is the first site that I was actually like comfortable showing people or being like, yeah, I actually did this. So I think this might have been the first site I ever actually pushed to GitHub, because I was actually, you know, kind of okay with how this one came out. So if I click here, it snaps down to the work section, and then if we go to, you know, the top and click contact, we snap to the contact section. So yeah, this was cool. This was cool. From here, I moved on to this image gallery. This was kind of just like a personal project. This was just something that I believe I used Bootstrap for this. So finally trying to get into front-end frameworks and using stuff that would help make this more responsive. So I know if I restructure this page, it'll go down. So this is mobile responsive. The big takeaway with this website was making things responsive for the first time, and this drop-down menu it's pretty cool. Do I have a contact page? No. Photos? No. Okay, so alright. So my menu doesn't really work, my nav bar, but there's nothing to really link to. But the main thing here was just practicing with resizing, getting everything to resize based on your screen size, and kind of just display it in this like Instagram like format. So this was all pretty much just learning to work with Bootstrap and trying to work with mobile responsive stuff. This is the last front-end project that I worked on before I got into back-end development like I'm doing now. This was for a friend of mine, so you can see some of these guys here, and they had a nonprofit group, and I wanted to get some experience building something for a client. So I reached out, and we kind of agreed on, you know, colors and layout and information that's gonna go on the site. They sent me some photos, and I used Bootstrap to build this. So in hindsight, I think this could have been more clear, the actual text here, because as you can see, I had a tough time getting it to look good as far as color, but also to show up. And then also, this site never made it live, by the way, so this was really just portfolio work, something that I used to get my experience. But yeah, it's working with Bootstrap, so you can see like how cool some of the functionality is with Bootstrap. So if I click find out more, I can slide down to another section. If I click learn more, I can slide down to another section. Again, using Font Awesome icons right here to just beautify the page a bit. And then this was cool. I forget what this is called in Bootstrap, but this is its own kind of functionality where you can click on images and load them and change what we see right here. Yeah, so this video right here was just to show you guys some of my horrendous front-end projects that I was working on, like I said, about a year to 2 years ago, and just to inspire you guys to just keep going. I mean, I haven't actually built any websites since this last one that I just showed you guys. So I haven't worked on any front-end stuff. Like I said, I still have the knowledge of front-end, but now the next project that I build is gonna be a, you know, technically full stack application. So it's gonna have front-end aspects, it's gonna have back-end aspects, and it's gonna actually, you know, manipulate data and actually do something. But if you're just trying to get exposed to code, or you just wanna get into coding in general and start like physically building things, I think front end is the way to go, and jumping in with just HTML and CSS, as you can see, is not a terrible idea. It's gonna look bad in the beginning, like anything that you learn is new, but when you look back on it, you know, the second, third, fourth website, you look back on the first one, you're like, wow, like I definitely improved. So with that being said, you guys, if you guys like this video, go ahead and like, share, subscribe. This is Darian the Dev. Thank you guys for watching, and I will be making more videos about my boot camp coming really soon, probably today. But yeah, I'll be making more videos about the boot camp and give you guys some updates on how that's going, and I will see y'all in the next video.